Okay, here's 5 things to help you boost your energy. Okay, I did a quick search on Google Scholar. Google Scholar. I can only recommend. And here's 5 things, okay, that I personally know to boost your energy and get you going, get you woken up. Okay, 5 things. Okay, number one, cold shower. Okay, so cold shower. If you want to know more about cold exposure, you should really go and look at Wim Hof. But here's the pros, okay? It wakes you up like nothing else I know personally. It boosts your mood incredibly, boosts your heart rate temporarily. It can actually, in the long term, it can lower your heart rate, your resting heart rate, which is absolutely good for you. But short term, it boosts your heart rate, kickstarts your metabolism and everything, and gets you just going, and it boosts your immune system. That's shown in studies. It's shown in studies that it can be potentially a treatment for depression. And pretty much everyone can do it. That's the pros. Okay. Here's the cons. It can be very hard. Can be very hard at the beginning to get into it. It does get easier though, very quickly once you get going. And you can slowly, incrementally, get colder and colder and get there. Another con is that it's intense. Part of the reason why it's so hard. And if you do it too much, it can actually impair your immune system, and probably make you groggy, make you feel a little bit, sickly. So you should do it controlledly. Wim Hof recommends 30 seconds of cold showers every day, and you then incrementally increase that amount as you feel fit. So I would give you the same recommendation. Okay. Number 2, exercise. We all know it. Of course, exercise. I personally like to do this thing where I do 10 push-ups, 10 sit-ups, and 10 knee bends. You know what I mean? Bending the knees. And that already boosts my heart rate. And when your heart rate gets boosted, your metabolism kicks in and everything, and you get energy. So, pros of doing exercise: it boosts your mood, wakes you up, increases your heart rate temporarily, which gets your metabolism going, and it actually also is shown to boost your immune system. So, cons, right? What's the cons? Well, it's hard to get into if you do no exercise at all. It can be a little hard to get into, but it's actually pretty easy. If you just do like 10 sit-ups, 10 push-ups, 10 it's so simple. You don't have to do too much. It's all about creating habit, right? You want to create a habit, and that is actually what will get you or keep you going. All right. Yeah, and also if you do too much, it can actually impair your immune system. So be wary of that. Don't do too much exercise. But that the study that I looked at was like actual athletes. So you probably can't do too much if you don't do any. But just keep that in mind. Don't do too much, because that could actually impair your immune system. All right, next thing, number 3 is breathing. Whoa, breathing, what? How simple, right? Yeah, well, breathing actually also boosts your energy. The pros, right? The pros. Boosts your energy, wakes you up, can also boost your immune system, and, also increase your heart rate. Of course, there's a lot of different breathing exercises. So but just deep and conscious breathing already, if you do it for a minute or so, can boost your energy and help you wake up if you're feeling groggy. The cons is that it can be unpleasant, and it can be, can be potentially dangerous if you overdo it, like hyperventilating for 10 minutes or something. You might pass out and you might potentially do some damage, but it's pretty hard to overdo, especially because it's unpleasant. If you do too much, it becomes unpleasant. So just keep that in mind. Number 4, okay, earthing. What, earthing? Yes, connecting your feet or your body to the earth, your skin, directly. There's actually studies that show that earthing, which gets electrons from the earth into your body, and we evolved with that, right? We evolved with that. All the millions of years of evolution we spent on the earth barefoot, like all the other animals. And now we're disconnecting ourselves, which is not good. So earthing can actually do a great deal of things. It can reduce inflammation. It can be easily combined with the cold. If it's cold outside and you earth yourself, easy combination. And you can combine it with breathing. You can combine it with meditating, sitting on the ground. Easy, good stuff. There's also benefits to meditation, but it's not included in the list, but just keep it in mind. All right, earthing can also affect chronic illness. As I've said, I've looked through Google Scholarly, actually looked at studies on this. It can affect chronic illness, can boost your immune system, it can reduce pain, and can help reduce your heart rate. Like all the things that I mentioned above can all reduce your resting heart rate, especially earthing. Earthing can immediately reduce your heart rate. I've tested this actually myself even. With you can get these apps on your phone to measure your heart rate, and I noticed that my heart rate when outside and on the ground is actually lower immediately. So while breathing, exercise, and cold showers can reduce your heart rate in the long term, they do increase it temporarily. But that is kind of the thing that helps you get going and wake you up. And it's actually beneficial in the long term to have a temporarily increased heart rate. All right, now cons, none. I don't see any cons about earthing. Maybe I should have had this on number 1. I don't know, but earthing, I don't see any cons. That's just how it is. Okay, number 5, sun gazing. Now, this is controversial because science hasn't looked at sun gazing a whole lot, okay? They've only looked at what potential damage it could do. When you look at the Ayurvedic, tradition, there's actually, they say it's said to boost your immune function, boost your mood, and it actually does help regulate your body's internal clock. But the immune function and stuff, it's said by Ayurvedic medicine. So it's not like scientifically proven by our modern empiric science. But, there's been a lot of stuff in the past where Ayurvedic medicine has actually been proven by science. I can't mention anything on the top of my head, but I've definitely encountered many things over the course of my life. I can look them up if you want. Can do another video about it maybe. But let's get to the cons. Of course, sun gazing can damage your retina, right? And can be uncomfortable. So if you look at the sun too long, if you look at the sun while it's too bright, it can definitely damage your eyes, and you should not do that. You should be wary. The best time to sun gaze is in the morning, in the evening, sunset, when the sun comes up and at the sunset. And even then, don't overdo it. But it can definitely, in my own experience, I can tell you, it can definitely wake you up and boost your energy. Even just, I used to do this as a kid sometimes. I would just take a lamp and look straight into the light. And because that shit wakes you up, right? You should definitely do it with caution though, and don't overdo it, especially when you're looking at the sun. Don't do it when it's up high, only when it's coming up or setting. If it's up high, sometimes you can do it with flinching eyes, but be careful about it. You don't want to damage your eyes permanently. And these are the 5 things that you can do to boost your energy and wake you up. Cold shower, exercise, breathing, earthing, and sun gazing. Here we go. I'm done. Peace out.